Good afternoon, everybody. Oh my goodness, how time creeps up on you. I looked at my watch 15 minutes ago and I thought, oh, I've got 15 minutes. And then all of a sudden it's 2 o'clock. But we're here now. We're all good. Hope everybody's well. Hope everything's okay out there. Thank you for those of you that were watching yesterday, and thank you for sending in pictures and things. I really appreciate that. It's just lovely to see that you're confident enough to actually send a picture in so they can show it on TV. I mean, even if they didn't show them all, it was just really nice that you feel you can do that. So thank you. I do appreciate it. So here we are today. Oh my goodness, the 8th of June. And here's my tile ready. I'm working on a cream tile today, but as before, if you want to work on a different colour one, then be my guest, go ahead. I have got some coloured pencils out with me today as well, so if you've got them handy, great. If not, and you don't want to use them, then go ahead and use the pencil and tortillon as before, or you can do this little bit last, or when you sort of finish the session later. I will actually let you know which bits I'm going to colour and which bits I'm not, so don't worry about it at all. We'll just see how we go. So Fridays we did quite a structured tile, didn't we? So today, it's not going to be so structured. So I'm just giving you that chance to take a deep breath and have a go. But I'm going to talk you through it every step of the way, so I don't want you to worry about anything at all. It's not a problem. All right, are we ready? Oh, Linda, it is addictive. We should have a warning on it, shouldn't we? But yes, it is. But do you know what? You have so much fun from it, and I think that's the thing. So it's addictive in a good way, isn't it? All right, you see I've got my pencil. I'm not going to start with the 2 dots today. Oh, sorry, the 4 dots. I'm thinking I'm working in different shapes. I'm going to start in the centre, and I'm going to put myself a bubble in there. Now this is why I've gone in with pencil first, so I'm giving you the chance to sort of get it right. And you see I'm going in a sketchy sort of manner. And you know, I'm not worried about if it's not in the centre too much, that's okay. And I'm just giving myself the opportunity to create the bubble shape that I want. There we go. Okay. So you can see it's quite a size compared to so if I'm looking at my pencil, see it starts from the end and it goes all the way to the G. So that gives you an idea of sort of size there. Okay, maybe I'm going to add a touch here. Okay, so once you're happy with that, then go on in with your pen and draw that in. So here we go. Just take your time as you're working your way around. Choose the line that you want. Because I bet there's a few in there, that's fine. Okay. Alright, so I'm just moving my tile as I go. I think it's always better to do that. Then you're not putting any unnecessary pressure on your hands. Oh, hi there. Hi Lizzie, Sue. Hi Janice. How's the weather over there today? Not got much sun, have we? No. Never mind. It's only June. Plenty time. Lots of summer left. Okay. So there's our centerpiece, so to speak. All right. So I'm going to go in a little bit larger. And I'm not going to worry about the pencil there. That'll disappear a little bit later. So what I am going to do on the outside is I'm going to do a little aura. Just a little one. I'm just going to follow it round. Now you go whichever way. If you think that this way is a little bit easier, do it this way or whatever suits. There we go. Oh, hi Rita. Hi Sam. Oh, it's like all the gang back together again after the weekend. Have you had a busy weekend? I have. Yeah, it was quite a drive back last night as well, you can imagine. It's 2 hours from Peterborough, just under 2 hours. And I come down the A1 and it gets really dark. So you've really got to sort of, you know, have your wits about you. So it's quite late too. There we go. But yeah, it was worth it. I do enjoy going. There you are. Okay. So just to sort of add a little bit more to this, I'm going to go around and I'm going to add in a row of bubbles. You see how they all join each other? So they're touching the line I've just drawn and they're touching each other as I go around. You see, I'm actually going around and I'm putting in a double. Oh, Vivian, thank you. I tried to get lots of cards in yesterday, and I always make sure I've prepped so you don't sort of have to see me mat and layering, because we know how to do that. It's just nice to sort of, yeah, we've done them in journals, and the instructions are in the book for that. But it was nice to sort of show you that you could do different things with these little tiles that we use. So yeah. Oh, brilliant, Francis. Oh, thanks, Rihanna. I've had a little tile from you today. Thank you for that. It was lovely. It made me smile. Oh, Joe, brilliant. That's good news. It's nice to be able to see people again, isn't it? My mum's coming this weekend to socially distance with me. I'm looking forward to that. That's nice. And of course she's going to bring oatcakes with her. Thought I'd get that in there. A bit of food. There we go. Okay. So I've got this sort of shape here in the middle. Oh, hi Deborah. Yes, the books will be available on their own. I've just got to sort out the creating craft orders first, and then I'll be making again ready for those. So yeah, you will find them on my website, but it's not going to be till maybe end of the week, maybe weekend. But I'll post when they are, so if that's okay. Yes, the videos for the book in particular, they're all on here somewhere, so you'll be able to find them from book 1 and book 2. And then of course everything we're doing now, at some point I will get round to putting them in one as well. It's nice to have the instructions in front of you, isn't it? There we go. Alright, everybody okay with that? Oh yes, Sue, they are a die. They're a tattered lace graffiti lettering die. I just like the font, so I thought, yeah, I'm going with that. Okay, we all got this? Alright, I'm going to go a little bit larger then. Alright, so deep breath for this. So we're all ready, because we all love this particular pattern, but we're going to do it with a bit of a twist in it. So don't worry about getting it right or wrong. I think what you might want to do is maybe with a pencil, just put a dot. So we're looking at where we're aiming, and it's sort of quite a distance. And you see I've got a little border. I'm going to do that on all 4 sides, and it's just purely to give you somewhere to aim for. Okay. So I'm going to start, doesn't matter, sort of anywhere around, and I'm going to come in, maybe from here. I'm not going to go straight because I want a bit of a curve. Alright, you can see what's forming. Or if you want to go that way, you can go that way. It's absolutely fine. So I'm going to come up in a curve, and I'm going to come round. So I'm going to touch the dot, and then almost back on itself and stop. Okay? So from there, I'll show you again, from the point here, slight curve here, up and round, and then I've stopped. Okay? And then I'm going to start here and come back round. You see I'm getting thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner because I'm going back into the same point. Okay? Oh, thank you for watching, Helen. I do appreciate it. Okay, so imagine that I'm about halfway, and I'm going to bring up that curve again, and I'm going to do another one here. So same again, so I'm almost round, and then from that point back and in again. Okay, so while we've got that in our heads, I'm going to turn my tile, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same again. So from a slight angle here, curve, come up and touch the dot. I've got a bit over, that's okay. All the way back round and stop. Looks like a smile, doesn't it, Luke, with a little eye, bless. And then back down and in we go. So then here we go again. Up and round and then back in. All right. Oh, I love that word, faffing. Faffing around. Do we really know what it means? Yeah, we do, but is it in the dictionary? Faffing. I don't know. Okay, so I'm doing the same again. See, I'm faffing now, aren't I? Yeah. All right, back in. Another round heel lick, and then come to a stop. Oh, yeah. The dinosaur. He's a cute one, though. He's not got teeth. Not like the dragons I usually draw. Quite like drawing dragons, but they've got to have teeth. They do eat sheep. No, they're not grass eaters. There we go. And back around, and then back up into here, and back down. Okay, let's have a quick look at that then, so we can see where we're at. All right, so I've got one in each sort of section here. All right. Okay, back to it then. So I'm going to focus just for now on this section here. So whilst we're sort of in keeping with this shape, I'm going to add another one. Sort of imagine sort of central to this. I'm coming this way this time now, up and round and back down. Okay, same on this one. So I'm coming up and around and back down. Turning my tile. Yeah, Lindsay, this one's fun, and do you know what? We all worry about doing these, so I thought I'd do them first, and I'm hoping that by the end of it, with the rest of the patterns we do, you don't see this as much, so it'll sort of ease your tension a little bit, and you won't perhaps be that concerned with them. There we are, you see? So we've got that. Hey, see? Bit of practice, there you go. Okay. So one at a time now. So looking at this section here, I'm going to start about just sort of over halfway here, and I'm going to come back round and in. So it's like a little bit of an aura on one. And then a bit less, back round and in. And less, back round and in. You see where that's sort of coming? And I'm going to fill in that space. Okay. And then the other side, see, I'm sort of coming slightly over the edge there, up and round, and then same again, and the same again, and I'm getting smaller each time, you see, almost to nothing. Look at that, woohoo! All right, hit and miss, that's funny. Oh, how old's your granddaughter then? How old did you say she was? I know Caitlin sometimes watches, but she's a little superstar. I'm sure it's her birthday this week, actually. So is she, I don't know, 8 this week? Okay, same this way. So here we go. There and there. And I'm just going to follow it round, getting smaller and smaller. There we go. Okay. Oh, margarita, do you? Some people love these. Some people like the organic ones. So I do try and mix it with a bit of structure as well. So, and Friday's tile was lovely, wasn't it? I think you've done some really nice pieces with that one. It's a lovely little Celtic kind of shape, wasn't it? There we go. Okay. And same here, look. So I'm going to go back to this one. Around. Just make sure my lines join. There we go. Just fill in that space up there. And then the same here. So from here, around. And then in. And there we go. You see? There we are. So let's have a look at that for a little bit. So we've got something that looks a little bit like that. Okay, I say something that looks a little bit like that. If it doesn't look like that, don't worry about it. don't. Okay, so next bit. So I'm looking at underneath this section here. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to put one of those bubbles. Okay, and then from the edge of the bubble I'm going to come down and to a point. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that on the others. So bubble and then down to a point. Okay, they are, aren't they, a little bit feather-like? Look nice when they're shaded. I mean, there's nothing stopping us. We could have done more of these, but there's other things I want to put in there today. I want to mix it up a little bit, do a few patterns in one. Okay, so that's aura that little curve there, down that shape, and then I'm going to colour in every other one. Well, just taking the time to just let that ink flow. Turn it around. So again, does it make a difference when you add that black ink and you put a bit of that colour in there? Just adds that touch of drama. And that bit. I was actually showing Linda Chapman yesterday how to do the split tile. You know, we did a miniature version. You know the little card I did at the show with the rosies. You know, we sat in the green room as socially distancing, showing her how to do it. So I'm sure she went to her pod last night and she was having a bit of a go at that, a bit of a sneaky go. Yeah, she's on today, isn't she? So she'll be busy. There we go. All right. So what I am going to do with that one, just while I've got it, I've got my white pen here. I'm just going to go down and add in. Oh, it might not sort of stay white because my ink's still a bit. There we go. Just adding it in. There's that go. I know we normally do wait till the shading, but I think today I just want to add that in. There we go. Let's have a look at that. Oh, she did, didn't she? Yeah, with her green pen and her go. Yeah, it's lovely when you want to get involved. Actually, it really sort of makes you feel, you know, that you're part of something, that you belong there. I do love it. I do love going up there. They're lovely people, very accommodating. Okay, so there's part of our. Doesn't it look lovely? It's really starting to sort of give it a bit of shape. So here we go then. So I'm going to work in the gaps in between now. So I'm going to go ahead and I can probably get in there. Let's go. See, I'm going a little bit taller than this here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's turn it round. So sort of similar sort of here. I might actually this time go and I'll put one in the middle. One there. But I'm still going to, that's still going to sort of fit there. You see I've got a bit of a gap. I don't know, about the thickness of my pen, it seems to be a bit of a common thing with me, is going with that thickness. Oh, Linda, where do you buy a Sanntangle board? That's easy. You can find them on my website. If you message me, or if anybody's got the link, you can put a link through. I don't know if there's any in there in stock, but if there isn't, then I'll have a look a little bit later and I can put them on a list and we'll get some more made. Okay, you see that one's a bit higher than that, doesn't matter. It's all going to add to it, so I don't really mind. Okay, so in we go. So I'm going to I'll start in the centre one and I'm going to sort of go around my bubble and back down and I'm going to, oh, it seems to be that one there. I'm going to go around that one. Okay, the same again here. So there we go, and it's going to go underneath and it's going to sort of hit there, isn't it? And then this one here. So you see there's no particular plan of where it's heading. It's just, oh, it sort of seems to fit there. And then this one, it's going to come around here, look. And it's going to come down here and into this one. they sort of find their own space, and rather than you trying to sort of put it in a specific place, don't. See how you're not planning how it's coming out at all. See, same here, look, it's going to come round here, down. Okay. This one, round, down. I think it's okay to start from there, but I think if you actually go round it first, it helps you get that curve that you're looking for. I think if you were to just start from there, it can be a little bit straight, and if you're wanting more of a curve, then going round and down just sort of gives you that effect. There you go. See, it's going to go through there and into that one. All right, looks a bit weird at the minute. There we go. Oh, thank you, Karen. So I've still got these dots here, and what I'm going to do is the same sort of thing. Look, follow it round, and this time join this one to this one, and then this one to this one. And you see, by following that little curve round, you are getting a little bit more of a shape. Okay? So turning it round now. See, this one's going to come round and to this one. And then round to this one. And round and to this one. Look at that, it's forming. And then here, round to this one. So same pattern, same shape. See here, we're going to imagine that there's a little, there it is, it'll just fit in there. And then round here, round and into this one. And then that one. And then that one. Okay. So let's have a look at that. Okay. All right. So on the sections there, let's go in now. Following the curve, I'm going to go in 1, 2, and 3. And you see how it gets a little bit smaller each time. There's 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, even if you don't say it aloud, you find that you are saying it in your head. And I do. It's again, it's a little bit of, helps you focus, I think. There we are. This is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, and there's a bit of news I didn't share with you. I'm actually doing our Facebook session today from the new unit. Actually from the classroom. I'm in the classroom. How funny is that? So it's a little bit warmer than where we were before. We've now got Wi-Fi. We've got light streaming in. And I'm actually sat down at a desk, so that's quite nice. Okay. So, can we go again? And what I'd like to do now is I'm going to aura around, but I'm not going to aura around this bit. I'm just going to work around this section here. Okay, so it's those sort of little S's. There we are. And I'm going to stop there. Then I'm going to do this. Oh, kryptonite pattern. It'll come, you know, and you'll get your own way of doing it. It's just, I think if you worry about it, it's just you're just gonna learn your mistakes, aren't you? You just think, what on earth? I'm just gonna enjoy doing a little bit of it. And you know what? Now, once we're adding all these extra patterns, you're not really seeing that first one so much anymore, are you? It's fading away. Okay, so into there, look, and just finishing around that shape there. Okay. Oh, thanks, Mitch. Sure, it'd be nice. It's a few bits to tidy up, but you know, we've even got a place now to put the kettle. And I know that sounds really funny, but the last place with the extension, it was always on the floor. I've got someone here laughing at me now. It was always on the floor. So to make a drink, you had to sort of boil the kettle on the floor. It was really weird, but it's just how it worked. So now, just little things like that, to be able to boil a kettle on a kitchen work surface makes me happy. Okay, let's have a look at that so far then. See, you all think I'm laughing now. I am. Honestly, I am telling the truth. That's how it used to be. Oh, God, yeah, hopefully. Well, do you know what? With the last lot of parcels, I photographed everything. All the parcels with the pick lists and, you know, in their place, in situ, or where they were being picked up from. I made sure. There we go. They are. You've got to get your priorities, haven't you? So I've got all my flavoured teas lined up in the cupboard. Yeah, it's all good. Just, you know, little things make me happy. Oh, Sheila, yeah, I know that. Been there, done that. Yeah, our last toilet area was filled with boxes, but this one isn't. This one isn't. Oh yeah. Okay, so looking at the edges here now, you could start from the middle or the side. I think I'm going to start from the middle, and I'm going to add in this little bit of a curve look and kink at the top. We have done this pattern before. You might recognise it in a minute. I'm going to work from the top because I want this top section to be a little bit darker than everything else. So each time, look, I'm adding the layer, I'm going back in to that section there. And I'll get one in the middle, see? Okay. Oh, thanks, Helen. We've not quite moved everything yet, but we're hoping to this week. And then it's just getting settled in, isn't it? Okay. So I'm just adding in these little lines, and you can see that I've worked from the top each time. You see how it's a little bit darker than everything else. Alright, so I'm going to put one at a slight angle now, just to sort of change it up a bit. And you see how the lines within it change angle as well to sort of go with it. There we go. I'll get another one in there. They are, yeah. And if you remember, we did these on the alien landscape, I think. And they were part of the leaves then, but I just think it fits in nicely with this at the minute. It's almost like we're breaking up the structure of the line here. I'm going to add just a little one in the background there, just to give it a bit of depth. If they're all sort of on the same row, it won't look as 3D when we add the shading. You see, I'm following the curve there, and then this side you follow that one and meet in the middle. Oh yeah, garlic cloves, yeah. It always comes back to food. There you go, so look, I've left a bit of a gap there. Oh yeah. So each time going back up to that top section, you know, and just adding a little bit darker. I'm going to have a little one there, look. There we go. Okay, and let's put another one in here. So let's have a look at that. Okay. So then onto this side, and I'm going to add in some more around this edge. And so yeah, don't be scared about leaving gaps. Don't think they've all got to join. You don't really want them all in the same place. They're sort of quite free. You want them sort of all over the plate. Oh, so I'll have to have a look at that then. So I must have apologise a little bit. I know I did have a lot of messages yesterday, and thank you for that. I will get through them. It was just really late when I got in last night. Of course, I've come into the office this morning to start the ball rolling with getting packaging sorted. So I will. And I know some of you have ordered from my website, and I will get to them as well. It might not go out today because it depends on how quick I can get out from here to the post office once we've finished our session. But if not today, it'll definitely be tomorrow. So I appreciate your patience for that, but they will be out there. So yeah, you all found the new colour tiles, haven't you? Yes. I was quite tempted just to actually use one and then wait for somebody to say, what colour's that? But I thought, no, I'll put them on there. So yeah, the Bordeaux. Oh, it's very nice. Okay. With a gold pen. Oh, divine. All right, I'm going to start at a different place this time, because if you start in the same place each time, the chances are you're going to get something similar, and you want different on each row here. So that makes life easier. Starting somewhere else, it sort of all automatically throws you off the scent, so to speak. Oh, hey Shelley. Thought I hadn't seen your name crop up, so I hope everything's okay. Well, it's nice to have you back. There we go. Mitch, did you do it via like Messenger, or was it a Facebooky post? I'll have a look at it in a little bit. Yeah, a little one there. Oh, your shed's arrived. Nice. Well, good luck with putting that up then. That's a job and a half, isn't it? There we go. Stick it there. And let's have one. And I said I didn't want to do this different, so I'm going to just do that one and leave that side. Let's have a look so far. Alright. You see these little sort of bubbles that we started with now, they're really fading into the background. We're not really, seeing them as the main feature anymore. Things have taken on a different turn, haven't they? There we go. And into there, look. So you've got to consciously make a decision with each one as to where you're going to put it and what angle it's going to go at. So it's almost like, don't worry about which way it goes. Just look at each one as an individual. There we go, see? And let's fill one up here. Oh, hi Emma. Yeah. It may be that, I think we're a little bit far on for you to catch up now, but go at it later. A little one there. And I think I'm going to put one on this end. Okay. So that's where we're at so far. So you've got quite a lot of darkness here, haven't you? And I quite like that, because it means that we can go a bit darker with the pencil with that area. Of course, we've got space here. I wonder what we could put in this space. I wonder. There's a few bits and pieces. Let's go in and add in this little guy. There we go. Another one over here. So this is where you start to smile, because it's like, oh, back to work tomorrow. That feels weird. It's like when you've had 6 weeks off being a teacher, and although you've not actually had 6 weeks off because you've spent most of it planning and prepping and marking, you've still, you get into a routine, don't you? And so you're not actually going into school, and then all of a sudden, like you say, the culture shock, and you've got to go back in, and it's a bit, oh my word, just takes a bit of getting used to again. And then, funny thing about that, you used to go in and you'd have your inset day, and then somebody'd walk past you in the corridor and they go, it's all right, soon be Christmas. You're like, no, stop it. I want to just come back after my summer holidays, and you're fresh from you used to be fresh from a tan of wherever you'd been. Not that that's happened this year, but to suddenly be thinking it'll soon be Christmas. Mind you, having said that, it's Christmas on Create and Craft today, isn't it? they started doing the set as I was packing away to come home last night. You think, oh my word, Christmas in June. Does feel a bit weird. But I suppose, you know, that's the thing as well. I went to Florida one year at Christmas, and you know, to see the sun shining and all the decorations are all shining and bright and it's warm, and it just feels a bit weird. You expect it to be cold and a bit blistery, don't you, and miserable, and then you've got the bit of the sparkle makes it all cosy. I mean, there's no way you could have a warm hot chocolate, is there, in Florida at Christmas? It just don't quite feel the same. But it's what you're used to, I suppose. Oh. Yeah, people are going to have, you know, it's going to be a little bit weird going back. But we've got to do it at some point. Okay. Oh, look at them little guys. Okay, let's throw in some little zingers. There we go. Just in the spaces. It's all coming out to play. See, I knew you'd like that. They are very addictive. We should really set a limit, shouldn't we? So you can only have a certain amount. Oh, Julie, Vegas at Christmas. I bet you go to Vegas at Christmas, you could have Santa marrying you, couldn't you? Would that be scarier than Elvis marrying you? I'm not quite sure. I think I'd like to go, you know, to see the Grand Canyon and things like that, but I'm not sure I'd be quite happy parting with my cash and a machine. Not when you work as hard for it as you do. There we go. Do you know, it's been a while, I think, since we actually seriously filled a tile like this. I know we've, you know, quite organically. It's quite refreshing. Oh, did you? A Christmas bin collection? Oh, weird. We've been trying to ring the council, actually, because our blue lids fell off. You know, they emptied the bin and they just gave us the bin back. We didn't have a lid. And of course, you know, you ring the council and there's nobody in at the minute. And then nobody cares because it's like least of their worries that you've got a bin lid missing. But of course that means you can't put any rubbish in it. So we're a bin down. It's a bit frustrating. I'm sure my neighbours are not impressed that there's a bin sat there with no lid. Oh dear. How are we doing then? We okay with that? See, no bubbles today. No bubbles. Okay, so I'm going to go in with pencil first. I say pencil, I'm going to use some colours first. So if you're not going to put colours in, that's absolutely fine. Then it's going to be a case of, as we usually would, you know, in the centrepiece here, let's go in a little bit bigger, you would sort of put your pencil line, you'd get your little smirk here, and then you'd use your tortillon and smooth it round. But I just thought this screams gem, doesn't it? So let's have a look at colours then. You can, whatever colours you like, of course, but I've got a white. A white's a must. And then let's go in, I'm going to go pinks, I think. I'm not going pinks in a little while. So here we go. I've got a light pink and a mid pink. So I'm using the chameleons, as you can see today. And I've got the light and the dark on one side. And then I've got a slightly darker pink here. It's sort of more red, it says it's plum. And then I'm definitely going to go in with a purple. So there you go, there's my purple. So starting off then, I'm gonna add the white. Now I know you perhaps won't see this so much on screen, but I'm just sort of determining where my white light, my highlight's going to be. So you can see it was lower. You see, quite heavy there. You can see it's a little bit dirty from when I used it yesterday, but there it is. It's not a bad thing. So there's a couple of ways of actually doing this. I've started now with my lightest colour. not including the white, of course. And I'm just very roughly going around that little white highlight there. You see, you can still see the white of the paper, but just roughly. And using the sort of the side of the pencil, and you can see sort of, let's go out a little bit and I'll show you how far away I'm holding my pencil. Oh, a bit further, look. You see how far I'm holding my pencil away, and that's because I don't want a heavy mark on there yet. I'm literally going around and just adding some colour, almost mapping out where I'm putting that colour. Okay, add a little bit. You see it's starting to sort of give that curved shape, isn't it? So just a little bit around there, but more around here. And then I'm going to go in with the darker red. It's still holding it at that distance. And then just working my way around. So I sort of mapped out where I'm going to have these darks and lights. So my purple, same again. I'm just going to, see I'm holding it a little bit further down this time. I'm going to add my purple in there. I'm not going to bring it up too much, but I am going to perhaps add a touch of it up there. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, Carl, you need a white pencil. It's one of the main things. So let's work our way down. Now you see I'm holding it a little bit closer this time, so I'm sort of, that's my halfway pencil. I'm sort of a little bit further in, like so. And this time I'm going to over that purple, and I'm pressing on just a little bit more. I'm just adding a little bit more pressure. Now there are lots of ways of colouring gems, so don't think that this is the only way. This is a way that I've found when teaching how to colour them. It gives you a little bit of confidence because your colour's already in there, and of course we need these colours to blend. So you see I've been quite heavy here, but then I'm switching to swirls. Okay. I'm going to add a bit of that pink in as well. See, I've just been able to turn my pencil round because I've got the colour on either side. And then let's go to that lighter pink. You see there, I am sort of like applying a little bit more pressure, but I'm still going in the swirls. I am going over the whole thing because it's just an extra layer, and we do need that white of the paper to disappear, but I've not gone over the white of the where the pencil is there, you see? Okay. So let's go back in with that white, and I'm going to start to sort of work it round. I'm putting a bit of pressure on. I see how close I am holding that pencil. A little bit of pressure, and I'm working my way around the colour. There you go. Oh, okay, Emma. Now see I'm back in with that lighter pink. I'm just sort of feathering in that white now, so I'm starting to really blend it. So I am pressing on a bit more. I'm not going to go over the whole of the white, of course, but some of it's going to disappear. And then working my way around. You see I'm starting to now use sort of broader strokes. And I am going over more of all the colours together, but it's the lightest colour, so that's okay. Right, in with curves. Yeah, I went with pencils. It's more about those layers. So you see, I'm in with a slightly darker pink now, and you can see that the white of the paper's starting to sort of disappear. You want to try, I know I'm putting a little bit of straight in there, but try and keep curves going where you can. See? Alright, let's go in with that darker red. You can see now as I'm working my way up and into those darker colours. Let's get that edge in. You can see now that the white of the paper is starting to disappear. Okay, be careful with the dark, as you don't want to go too far. those colours. So let's work my way back down. So there's my pink again. You see, and this time now the white's definitely disappearing, you see? It's starting to sort of merge. Back in with that lighter. Just working my way through. There you go. Swirls around the white. We just don't want a formal edge around that white pencil that we've put round there. There we go. And of course back in with the white there. And you notice, last but not least, I didn't use my purple earlier. I'm going to go in now and just seriously put in that edge there. I'm just going to add a little bit and just work it gently down. And a little bit there. Okay, let's have a look at that. Yeah. I mean, I might be tempted, if I got more time, to perhaps go over and just do another layer. I mean, some pencils will allow that. So if you've got the polychromos, the prismas, the chameleons so far, you can put more layers on. If you've got some of the others that are slightly, you know, less budget wise, then you might find that you're not going to get as many layers. So that, I thought that just screamed gem, didn't it? And I wanted to take the time to show you how to colour that. So, okay, with that bit done, let's go in with pencil, regular pencil now. And again, this is a lovely way of doing it. I really like doing a bit of the coloured pencil and then bringing in the monochrome of the pencil too. And I think it has a really good contrast. So remember we did this line earlier? I'm going to add some pencil, just a little bit either side. And then one of those little curves there. Okay, and then on these sections here, that little curve again, and I'm going to do the same on each one. And then just down that line there, and down that line there. Okay, you could, depending on how sort of close together yours are, you might get a little bit of pencil in each of those just to give it a little bit of a lift. Okay, so let's do this with the torch on, and then I'll go ahead and I'll do the others so you can see what they're like. So just working that around a little bit, so you're not trying to fill the whole space. All you're doing is just softening those edges. See down there, I'm definitely going to have to put that white pencil line back in, but not necessary just yet. I might do that at the end. Just a smooth down of those, only if you can fit it in, and then just soften that edge. You see, just a light swirl. There we go. Let's have a look at that. Oh, I see, look at the difference with that one already. There we go. So I'm going to work on this one exactly the same as before. So I did this little line here. See, I've gone in with quite a sharp sort of pointy pencil there, but then here not so much. Same little curves. Down this side, down this side. And you know what, when we're putting the shadows in like this, if you think, oh no, that's not working for me, or oh, what about putting it there, then go ahead and do it. You know, don't think that because I'm doing it this way, you've got to do it the same. This is all about, this is how I would do it, but follow it through, or you know, have a go and do something different. It's fine. I'm not precious. It's okay. You can do that. There we go. And then this one. Oh, hey mouse. Oh, let's do that bit first so I don't forget it. There we go. And then that one. And those. And you see, although we're putting this little bit of shadow in, and we were worried about getting this pattern right at the beginning, It's not so bad anymore. Doesn't matter. Okay. There we go. And same this side. Just that little bit. I'm going to leave that dot there. I'm not going to do anything with that. Quite like it. Look at the difference, isn't it, between this one and this one? It's unreal, isn't it, when you look and you think, actually, gosh, just a little bit of pencil. And all we've done then is just moved it out and pushed it out a bit with a paper stub. And it's really transformed it, hasn't it? It's really given it some shape. I think that's the thing, it's great to have all these books, isn't it, on the patterns and how to draw the patterns, and then you find that you get, here's the patterns, and oh, look at how wonderful this tile is and what we can do with it, and you're like, how did I get there? How on earth do I do that? I think it's nice to sort of work your way up, do these. There we go. Oh, look at those. Okay. So back to pencil, and we'll focus on these sections here. So remember when we drew these 3 little lines? Let's go a little bit bigger so you can see it. I'm gonna add some pencil, and I've pressed on quite a bit there, so it's quite heavy. And I'm gonna add in, see that sort in there? A line. There we go. And each one. Underneath there, and underneath there. Just turning it as you go, just so you're getting, the right angle for your hand. And that one. See that one? Might be a bit. Okay. So then, very gently, I'm just going to soften the edge, and then just flick it in. Yeah, so watch again, round and round, and just softening that edge up, and then from here you're going to push the graphite out towards the rest of the shape. So you're not going to get much there. So round, and then push it out. There we go, round, and push it out. See that, it's a little bit more there, push it out. You see, I'm only actually working on half of it. So this sort of outer edge, I'm trying to keep with no graphite at all. And that's what's going to give you light and dark, and that's what's it's going to ensure it looks three-dimensional. But you want to sort of blend it out a little bit, so like so. Oh, Callie, it's not a problem at all. You know, I'm enjoying doing them, and it's nice to know that there are people out there watching that you know are taking this up, whether it's for the first time or just trying it a little bit differently. And if I can, I can help out a little bit. I know we're all anxious and stressed out. It's just nice to give a little back, isn't it? Who knows where things are going to end up. We don't need to worry about that at the moment. Okay. You're sort of starting it off and then flicking it out. Okay. This particular piece, I knew that we were going to have to wait for the shading to sort of see how it's coming together. So let's have a look at it so far. There we are. Alright, so pencil again, and let's go around the outside of those bubbles. Okay, just working my way around. So it's not a huge line, but it's definitely there, isn't it? Yeah. And swirls. I'm just softening the edge, so I'm not aiming for it to travel a great distance. Literally just smoothing it round. You see? Nice and gentle. And just giving that a hand to stand out, isn't it? There we go. Oh, Yvonne. Oh, there we go. So let's do the same with the outside of this line here. And let's define that edge. But remember, we didn't go all the way around, did we? So I'm just going to do it there where we did that line. And I'm pressing on quite a bit there, so I'm getting quite a defined line. The same here. This one's very abstract, isn't it? But there's a lot of elements in there that you could take and use to create different pieces. So imagine doing this and this all the way around. That would make a nice little motif, wouldn't it? Or you know, more of these, you could add those all the way around, and that would create something quite different too. It's sometimes it's nice to throw a few more patterns in. But then again, sometimes people will do a tile and they'll only use one pattern, and that's fine, because you can make that look really effective. We've not particularly done that yet. You see, I'm just pulling that out a little bit further. It's always about just sort of, you know, work that edge off a little bit. Oh, thanks, Michelle. What time is it over there? Oh yeah, see, just working it out, just easing off as I come out. There's lots of ways that we're using the tortillon, you know, and people will get their own ideas and what works and what doesn't for them. So, you know, mixing the two a little bit. Okay. Last side for this. We're not too far off now. I love how it builds. You know, it's looking quite vintagey now, isn't it? Actually, so you've got that grey in there. Let's do a little bit there. There we go. Okay. So then a little bit of pencil. Let's go a bit bigger. Now you see where we did these quite dark. A little bit of pencil up the top there. Each of those edges. And then if you've got one going behind another, so see here, this one's behind this one, just going to add some to that edge as well. Alright, seeing a little one there. And then let's do the edges of those two. Okay, just around that edge. So then pulling it downwards, just a little bit. I want to keep it quite dark at the top, but I want that light contrast as well. So just pulling it down. And here, just smoothing off. You can't really get in much. Let's have a look at that. See, look how dark those little tips are there. It's lovely, isn't it? Okay, same with this side. So, just in those top edges, unless you've got this, see where it's going underneath there? I'm just going to put a little bit behind there. Just helps, because you know that there's going to be some shadows. So. There we go. A bit there. And then of course, if you can, either side of those. And then just pull downwards. A little bit there. See, that's going to be quite dark because it's in the background. There we go. Little bits on there. And around again. Little bits. those edges. See, that one's behind there, so a little bit there. And just pulling it down again, a little bit there. Not much you can do with those little ones there, but you know, just it's worth putting a little bit of time and effort in with them, isn't it? And here. Little bits in there. And there. And working it round. Little bits. Almost done. Okay, so just to sort of finish off, I'm going to go back in with my white pen. Now you always check with a white pen because you know the jelly rolls in particular, you want to just make sure that it's going to run, it's going to work. So let's just get it going. See, that's not bad at all. Look at that. There you are. Sometimes if you've not used them for a little bit, depending on how they've been stored in your pencil case, sometimes they need a little bit to get them going, don't they? So let's go on in then. So I'm going to put this line back in here. I know I did that earlier, but I wanted to. So there we go. Let's just go in and add it. And that one there. Okay. And then looking at my gem here, I'm going to come opposite my light. So here's my light, opposite in this dark area. And I'm going to add a little sort of square, or rectangle, isn't it, almost. And then next to it, I'm going to add one a bit smaller, sort of a line and a bit of a dot. See? And then let's do, do I say similar this time? Not quite the same. Alright, so it's sort of, you want it to sort of be different on both sides. Oh, Janet, yeah. Do you know what? That's the first time I've heard the phone go anyway. Don't even know what the number is, but that's okay. Alright. Let's have a look. So that gives you your light source there a little bit, doesn't it? It looks like it's going through the gem. So now it's just a case of deciding which way around you want to put it. I think I want to stick with that there. And my initials are going in. Okay. Now, there are, let's say if you wanted to, let's just go in, add in some extra, I don't know if sign needed, but I'm faffing, there's that word again. I just want to add in a little bit of depth there, just to pull it forward. Here we go. Alright. So, there's our tile done, for the most part. It's a nice one to do. It's a nice one to try a few different things with and mix them around. But yeah, have fun with it. I mean, if you want to try these all the way around, that would be quite nice. There's lots of different things there that if you're going to put this into your journal, there's lots of elements that you can use to sort of, you know, work out where you want to put them and what you want to do. And it could be quite an interesting background, couldn't it? So have a bit of fun with it. Or even, yeah, maybe try the gem in a different shape. If you do triangles, it works really well. So yeah, have a bit of fun with that one. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Anyway, you know, like it. It's a bit different, and it's a total contrast from what we did on Friday. So yeah. Oh, so that they're supposed to challenge you. Oh. So yeah, have fun with it. All being well, I will see you back here on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. All prepped and ready for another tile. So I'll look forward to that, and I'll speak to you soon. And again, thank you for your patience. I'll do my best to get orders out as quickly and efficiently as I can, and correctly, of course. But yeah, other than that, I will speak to you all again on Wednesday. All right, okay, have fun with it. Bye.